So I'll do this part like the AutoCAD one. We'll go over here to the Create tab, and using the Line tool, I'll create a triangle over here, and then I'll select the bottom part and delete it, and then do the same for the upper part as well. Then select this and put it on, let's say 8 for now. After that, we'll go over here, still under the Create tab, and we'll select, let's say, this reference line that we have in the plan and drag it over here to the middle. Alright, cancel on this. Then we'll go up here and select the Line tool, and using an offset of 4 so that we can see the middle part of this, I'll grab this side and pull it up to here. And then we'll select the other side and connect it to this, and then pull this over here so that we can shorten it a bit. Alright, after that hit Ctrl Z and then delete this line up here, and then we'll trim these two lines together and pull them down a bit. So now we can select this label that we have here, and let's see, it's called detail number in the edit label section. I'll move it to the top of the triangle, then I'll check the wrap box and OK. After that we can go over to the edit type, and let's see, this is transparent, the size is fine, and the color, let's go with green for now. Alright, so if we have any references, they will be directed to this part. So I'll just grab this, pull it over here, and then after that we have the sheet number here. Let me move it, and we can put it inside of the triangle. I can open up the edit type and make a duplicate here and name this one sheet number. Alright, hit OK after that, and then we'll change the text size to 1.5 and hit OK. Alright, and then for these lines here themselves, we can put them under the subcategory of section marks, and then go over to the Manage tab. Here we'll open up the object styles and create a new one, which we'll name line, and put it under section marks as well. And for the color, we'll choose green again. Now we'll select the lines over here and put them under the subcategory of line. There we go. And after that, I'll just save the file up to this point and then load into project and close. And then overwrite, and there we go. So for this side as well, we can cycle this and select it and go over to the edit type and create a duplicate here. We'll name this one, for example, detail section type, and then hit OK. So after that, I'll click on this part and hit Ctrl C on the section tail value, and then Ctrl V to paste it up here. After that, hit OK to close this. Alright, now I'll select this. Oh, let's just go back to the type properties, open up the section tag family, and put the section tail under no arrow. Alright, now it's fixed. So after that, we can go over here and see this section view template apply to new views, and the template that will be applied here is structural elevation. Instead of that, we can put this on none, or whichever one you'd like. I'm okay with the default selected one now. And after that, if you want to select the box here that says new views are dependent on templates, the new views will be affected. We don't need it for now, so just leave it. So now I'll go into this cut here and then adjust the dimensions of this. Now the scaling of these is on 1/20th. So I'll put this one under that as well, because as you remember, we specified when we created the cut line that it will only show it at 1/20th. And there we go. So put this on fine, and now we can see the rebars. And it hides the extra stuff as well. For example, the reference line that we have here in the middle. Oh, this is, I think, the axis line itself. So it's all fine over here. I'll just reduce the area of this so that it looks a bit cleaner. Leave this over here, and this axis line is lengthwise, so I'll just bring it a bit closer and then go over here, select the tag and move it as well, because if this is shown in 3D, it will affect the look of the whole plan. And there we are. Then I'll close this here. I'll save the file up to this point, and after that we'll go back to the section 1 plan. So we have the section 4 up here, so I'll select it and double click on it and go to the view. Here I'll select this and then copy it and then bring it all the way up here, because I don't want to draw it again because the arrangement of the settings would take us too long. I'll just copy it here, and then if I open it up, you can see that the settings have been set here as well. So let's go back to the detail views, and as you can see here, the section type has been added as well. So let's do something now. Because we want the different types like C1 and C2 to be in different places each, I'll go to the Manage tab and select the Project Parameters tool and add a new parameter here, which I'll be naming View Name Organization. Then put it under the text type and the group of identity data, and then put it under the view box. Then I'll hit OK to close this and this one as well. Then I'll select this view that we have here, and as you can see, it's been added under the identity data section here. So I'll name it C-1, and then after that I'll select these lines over here, the new ones that we just created, and then put their view name under C1. Now I'll go up here and right click on views and select Project Browser. Then I'll edit this here, and the grouping is alright, so I'll put the organization order under view name and then hit OK and apply. And now here you can see how they've been sorted based on their name. Let me just take a look at the specifications of these two, the section C1. Alright, then I'll select this as well and put it under the detail view type that we just created so that it gets added up here. So this one's going to be section 3 and the one above it is section 4. And if I go over here and click on this, you can see the order here. And the ones that we have registered as question marks aren't anything special. You can select these, and because they're plans, you can go over here to the organize section and write, for example, plan for them. And then if you hit apply, the name plan will be added up here instead of the question marks. Or when we have the question marks here under the 3D views, I can assign them the name of 3D views, and after I hit apply, they'll be added up here. Same with the elevation as well. So I'll select these and then write in elevations in the view name organization section, and then the name of the category will be changed like this. This way you can find anything that you want. So now we go to the plan, and for the next part we have 3 5s. So I'll copy this and just bring it over here and paste it. Then the view name is going to be under C1, but this time rename it to section 5. And there we go. So the section next has to be under the section 5 as well, in which cases you need to do this before actually drawing them. So I'll select it from this part and put it under detail view section type, then select the reference and put it under detail 5, because if you actually look at this in the AutoCAD file, all of these are under the same profile, which is number 5. So now I want to reference these two new ones to section 5 as well. So after putting the reference under detail 5, I'll create a line right here and then select the reference again under section 5 and then draw a line right here. And now the length of this line doesn't actually matter, because if you open this up, you'll be referenced to section 5 and its settings. And that's why we don't actually specify any settings for these new ones that we're creating.